Happy New Year and welcome to Local Matters. I'm Elizabeth Shanahan-Jewett. Let's get started. Before we jump into news of the new year, we'll indulge in just one more celebration of the season. The Pembroke Tree Lighting on the town green is a beloved annual tradition put on by a dedicated group of citizens who love Pembroke. We love Pembroke too, and the Local Scene Street team was there to soak up the holiday spirit. Here's Pop-Up PACTV at the Pembroke Tree Lighting.
Hi, this is Tiff from PACTV's The Local Scene, and we're here at the Pembroke Tree Lighting. Let's see what these folks have to say. Riley, why are you excited to be at the Pembroke Tree Lighting today?
Because I want to go on the bouncy house.
Lindsay, what makes you excited to be here today?
I'm excited to be here today because I was in the live nativity.
What do you want to ask Santa for Christmas?
A doll.
A doll? Very cool. High five. Thank you so much for being here. A 12 dance studio. What makes you so excited to be here today?
Well, for us seniors, it's our 4th year, so it's a 4-year annual tradition for us to be here, and we're so excited to be back, especially since all the hard times we've been through in the last year or two with COVID. We're so glad to be back with this community and spread some Christmas tree for you guys.
What makes you excited to be here tonight?
What makes me excited to be here tonight is that we get to help Santa. We're like Santa's elves, and we get to give little kids candy canes, and we get to help Santa with, we're being Santa's little elves, so we get to help Santa with all the kids and things.
I'm most excited to be here tonight because I love the music and the lights always make me so happy when Santa turns them on.
Ready, let's go. Help me count down from 10. 10.
Anna and Elsa, what makes you so excited to be here today?
We're most excited to be here because we heard that Santa was coming and that he was going to make all of the trees light up. And Elsa loves magic, so we really wanted to see Santa's magic in action.
I'm happy to be here today because we're lighting up the green for Christmas. I'm so happy every year when we do this for this organization that for the Pembroke Tree Lighting, and to being your elected official, it makes me so happy seeing so many people out and about, especially after a couple of years of COVID.
Ryan, why are you excited to be at the Pembroke Tree Lighting?
Well, because my grandfather is right there, so he lives right down the street, so I just wanted to hear the music and see if Santa's here, but doesn't seem like he's over here, but yeah.
Don, why are you excited to be at the Pembroke Tree Lighting tonight?
The first reason is memories. My kids grew up here, and they're long gone by now, but just being here is remembering them and how much they love this town and love this place. This is one of our special events, and it reminds me how good a place Pembroke is. It's really the best place we've ever lived, and we've been all over the United States, and it's a great time to think about our future. And our future is all around us here with the people with young kids enjoying this moment, and to make a new commitment to them. So that's part of why I'm loving it here tonight, and made sure that I'm here even without kids.
It's been a wonderful night at the tree lighting. So many happy faces. Make sure you check out Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming Pop-Up PACTV events. And make sure to check out our YouTube for more on what's good and what's good to know. From all of us at PACTV's The Local Scene, we thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Words are powerful. They help us connect to each other, express meaning, and characterize the world around us. For example, the language of gender identity and the proper use of a person's preferred pronouns is an increasingly important topic that can be very personal. On January 19th from 3 to 4 p.m., join the Duxbury Free Library and Alex Brandel, an occupational therapist and transgender health educator, for a 1-hour presentation on this topic. Alex, whose pronouns are they, them, their, will talk about gender diversity, issues facing the transgender community, and the importance of respecting and using appropriate pronouns. You can view this presentation at the library on the big screen in the Setter Room or from home via Zoom. If you'd like to watch from home, register via the library's website for the Zoom link. Otherwise, no registration is required. Are you part of the growing number of grandparents raising grandchildren? According to Massachusetts legislation estimates, more than 10,000 children in the Commonwealth are living under the care of their grandparents without a biological parent present in the home. If you're part of this growing number and would like a resource group to discuss issues like emotional and financial strain, access to daycare and insurance, and self-blame, the Pembroke Council on Aging is here for you. On January 10th and 24th, from 5 to 6:30 p.m., the COA will hold a new Grandparents Raising Grandchildren group, where you will be able to learn about resources and gain support from people who are going through experiences just like yours. High school students will be on hand to help with childcare and homework assistance in a separate room, and pizza will be served. To register, call the Council on Aging at 781-294-8220. Up next, we have Snapshot, with a retrospective on some of the government news and initiatives we reported on in 2021.
Hi, I'm Keith Hughes. Last year, we created Snapshot as a way of bringing you the stories impacting the South Shore that you may have missed. And as we kick off the new year, we're taking a look back at 3 of our biggest stories from 2021. When the Coast Guard announced in June of 2021 the closing of the seasonal station in Scituate, harbor masters, local and federal officials, and state leaders joined together to appeal the decision. Citing the station's importance in the busy waters, the concern for longer response times to water emergencies, and the security risk to Plymouth Nuclear Power Plant, a Save Our Station rally was held in August to speak out against the closure. In October, the Coast Guard announced a reversal of their decision, and the station will continue to operate seasonally starting in the spring. Kingston started a major infrastructure project this past year with the expansion of its wastewater treatment facility. With the existing plant at maximum capacity, the town couldn't take wastewater in from any new development and was faced with the choice of not having the town grow or build additional tanks to meet the need. By receiving 2 grants from MassWorks and a loan from the state's revolving fund, town meeting gave support for the expansion project. With this, the town will see increased revenue as well as development from anything permitted by the boards. The project is expected to be complete within 2 years. Currently, when police dogs are injured on duty, they can't be treated on site. They need to be treated by a veterinarian, and that could delay quick and needed care. This happened in 2018 when the police dog Nero was wounded while responding to a call, but survived his injuries. Nero's law would allow for emergency care and transport of wounded canines, allowing them to receive basic first aid and CPR along with other life-saving treatments. State Representative Steve Exaros, a major supporter of the bill, is working on its passage. The bill is already passed in the state Senate and will be making its way through the State House of Representatives. We've enjoyed bringing stories like these and more to you over the past year. In the coming months, watch for new episodes that continue to share the stories in our towns and the state that you may have missed. For Snapshot, I'm Keith Hughes.
Thank you, Keith. With a new year comes new goals, and often for many of us, those goals involve decluttering our homes. You may remember a little show on Netflix where world-renowned tidying expert Marie Kondo helped clients get their clutter under control and spark joy. Well, that little show has inspired a big movement. On January 13th, join the Kingston Public Library and certified KonMari consultant and Spark Joy Charlotte founder, Shannon Honeycutt, to dive into the guiding principles needed to get your home tidy and keep it that way. Have a t-shirt and a pair of pants handy for this virtual event on which you will learn and practice the famous KonMari vertical folding technique. Additional resource links will be provided for attendees to download, and there will be a live 15-minute question and answer session at the end of the program. One lucky attendee will win a free 3-hour virtual session with Shannon. Registration is required for this event beginning at 6:30 p.m. To learn more and register, visit the Kingston Public Library website. Does your food shopping list include a stop at the Plymouth Center for Active Living? Well, maybe it should. Stop by PCAL on Fridays at noon for some amazing donations provided by the South Shore Community Action Council. Grab a number, chat with some friends, and swap some recipes while you wait to browse some surprising selections. You never know what you'll find. Maybe a last-minute ingredient for that hearty stew you've been thinking about making. For information, call the center at 508-830-4230. The community mural painted at the Captain Fred L. Bailey Playground in 2014 has been refreshed and given new life by the Kingston Recreation Department. The World at Play Through Nature is a journey through 8 different habitats, utilizing interactive games and textured areas for sensory play. The local scene visited with Director of Parks and Recreation Susan Woodworth and Artist-in-Residence Melissa Kowal to discuss the mural and how it's bringing people together.
We are at the mural at the Captain Fred L. Bailey Playground. That family is still really involved in making this playground what it is, and we got a beautiful grant for this playground and for this mural. So it's a really special thing that we can kind of give back to the community and to that family.
Melissa Kowal we are calling her our resident artist for the Recreation Department now. She's been doing a lot of art programs with us for many years. She was an elementary school teacher here in Kingston and then went to Bridgewater for a while and now has her own business. And she was instrumental. She designed the whole theme, the World at Play, which is great. And she incorporated all the different animals, and it provided an opportunity for kids to see the different animals and different environments, and she created other themes like that. So it's been great to work with Melissa. She's got a lot of experience in the art world, and we are very excited to work with her.
The whole planning process with K-Rec and just being able to be really creative, they're really supportive of the arts here. So we went through the whole planning process of kind of the science of habitats, and then I pitched it to the rec. People signed up, and they came and painted like a huge majority of this mural in June when they were really hot and sweaty. So like kids were incredible doing this and parents were really supportive.
We did it as a community mural program, which was great. So we put it through our website and people could register with their families. It was adults and children. And they could come and do the painting of the mural. The mural itself was drawn by the artists that we had on board for this project. And then the families would come in and do the painting inside the different areas that she recommended.
Above the mural, right over here, you can actually see all of the interactive little displays that we have, like how many fish can you count, how many colors are there. And there's also little places that if you have a seeing impairment or something is going on that you can't see as well as maybe other people, you can go up and touch different things. Like there's coral, there's different water plants, there's different vines that you can go up and kind of touch and feel and be a part of it even if you can't see the beautiful colors and the beautiful animals.
I think the importance of having some type of mural like this, again, it just brings that community atmosphere. It shows the arts in a way that sometimes we don't get to see quite as often, and to me that's exciting. We have a lot of sports here in our community, and the arts sometimes don't have that opportunity to shine, so I think having a mural like this just brings that to the forefront.
With having this mural and having this art in this time frame, we did this in 2021, it's kind of a hard time for everyone, and it was the first big gathering that we could have because it was outside. It was really spaced out. This is a huge piece. So being able to gather, being able to share ideas face to face, and being able to actually see, touch, and feel something that wasn't on a screen is just really important. And I think that it's gonna be a huge jumping off block for other people to come and touch and create and use the arts almost as like a little bit of a therapy.
On January 13th and February 10th, the Duxbury Rural Historical Society and hobbyist Pat Sontu invite you to a workshop where you'll practice the art of spinning wool by hand. Hand spinning is an early method of twisting fibers to form yarn that can be used to make clothes. Historian and archivist Carolyn Ravenscroft will be present to provide a glimpse into the past and the ways hand spinning was used, women's work in the home, and how it changed with the industrialization of the 1800s. Afterward, you'll have the opportunity to view items on display from the Duxbury Rural Historical Society's museum collections. This is a 2-session workshop taking place on January 13th and February 10th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Tickets include admission and supplies. Register via the website at duxburyhistory.org. With a new bachelor program in business administration, 37 associate degree programs, and 27 certificate programs, Quincy College is the go-to open enrollment institution for students looking to advance their education in a way that is accessible and close to home. And now, Quincy College has not one, but 2 new pieces of good news to share. A new grant from the Mass Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and Adult Community Learning Center has enabled Quincy College to launch a major curriculum initiative early in the new year, offering English to speakers of other languages and the high school equivalency test. Both programs will be free of charge and offered at both the Plymouth and Quincy campuses. The grant will cover the cost of books, course materials, and technology, and will provide transportation to those students looking to attend in-person classes. In addition, Quincy College has also acquired a 2-year grant from the U.S. Department of Education that will help bear the cost of childcare for students meeting certain criteria. The Child Care Access Means Parents in School initiative was created to provide funding to support child care programs that primarily serve the needs of lower-income students enrolled in higher education. So the choice between education and child care never has to be made. To be considered for this program, students must be enrolled full-time and in good academic standing. Visit quincycollege.edu/childcare for program criteria. For more information on these programs, contact Michael Hernan via email at mhernan@quincycollege.edu or by phone at 617-984-1756. Congratulations to Quincy College and to the students who will be utilizing these grants to build better lives for themselves and their families. In November of 2021, the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce held its 4th annual networking summit at Hotel 1620, where business professionals gathered to make connections and expand their networks. The local Scene Street team was there and invited attendees to step up to the mic. Let's see what they had to say in this next installment of Pop-Up PACTV.
Hi, I'm Amy Naples, Executive Director of the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce. We recently held our 4th annual networking summit at Hotel 1620 to help business professionals expand and make important connections. The local Scene Street team was there with Pop-Up PACTV to talk to local business owners. Take it away, Tiff.
Hi, this is Tiff from PACTV's The Local Scene, and we are here at the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce Networking Summit at Hotel 1620 in Plymouth. Let's see what these folks have to say. Who are you and what brings you here today?
My name is Heather Cont-Knowlton and my business is Henna by Heather. This is what I do.
Hi there, my name is Andrew Hogue. I'm the general manager and partner at Moonrise Cinemas, the new drive-in movie theater here in Plymouth.
My name is Jim Hanna. I am the owner of JRH Publishing.
Who are you and what brings you here today?
I'm Michael from Lighthouse Home Inspection. We've been doing home inspection for 25 years.
I'm Steve Neerman, and I am the director of the Great Bliss Special Hockey Team.
My name is Ron Massa. My wife Bonnie and I own Yoga 6 Kingston.
My name's Justin Gallego. I'm here representing Complete Energy Services.
My name's Alexis Marie. I'm the owner of Alexis Marie Photography and Designs.
My name is Lauren. I work for the head of marketing at Fit Factory Clubs. We have 7 locations, 5 in Massachusetts and 2 in Texas.
My name is Peter Brown. I'm the president of Tiny & Sons Auto Glass in Pembroke.
I am here today to network with other business owners in the southeastern Massachusetts area and just get to know what everyone else is up to and share what I'm here for.
We opened last year as a direct response to COVID and the fact that you couldn't do a whole lot entertainment-wise in 2020, but we opened in Plymouth in 2021 at our new location, which is right on the Kingston-Plymouth line, right off Court Street.
We publish Plymouth America's Hometown Magazine and Kingston Living Magazine, which are community magazines that reach the residents in both of those communities.
What kind of material do you cover?
Sure, it's really ideally it's just to bring our neighbors and our businesses together, but it's really inspiring, fun-loving, wonderful content about both communities. I particularly launched the Plymouth magazine in September of 2020, and with the help of an amazing group of sponsors, we were able to jump out to about 3,200 homes. And right now we're in a free monthly distribution of over 8,000, and we continue to grow. In Kingston, I just took that publishing role over, and we're about 4,200 residents. And same idea, it's a monthly publication. Again, our goal is to reach the neighbors of Kingston and provide them with wonderful content. And I've been also blessed because I have had a partnership with the school district as well as the chamber to help our sponsorship grow and grow.
We've been helping people for 25 years, like I said, and we love doing it because showing people how to and what their house is all about.
I'm here to talk with some of my fellow chamber members and some new people, hopefully, about our program and our upcoming Boston Bruins alumni game.
We're a franchise owned by a company called Exponential Fitness. We are the yoga vertical of Exponential Fitness. We opened up about a year ago, last December, so we're just coming up on our year anniversary, which is very exciting. Obviously, opening a business in COVID is maybe not the best circumstances, but I think I tend to look at it, my wife Bonnie does the same way, as more of a positive. It allows us to ramp up and maybe understand a little bit more of the business and learn from our mistakes a little bit more and have them be less consequential.
Basically what we do is we go around to small businesses and we upgrade their energy conservation measures, whatever that may be, whether it's surrounding lighting or HVAC or any gas measures, anything like that.
I'm here to just network with some new faces and see some old faces and just get to know those who I don't know.
And we are a full-service health club, so we have your traditional cardio deck, your weights, but we also have luxury studios so that you get that luxury experience of a studio with like that high value, low price point kind of feel.
And I'm coming here for the networking event, first one since COVID, and just to try to reevaluate and re-engage basically the community. So that's why I'm here.
What brought you to the chamber?
So I've done the Plymouth Waterfront Festival for many years, and I knew that I would get kind of dibs on a good spot being a chamber member, so that is why I'm a chamber member.
Why the chamber?
So when we opened, we met with the business development department at the town, and they said, well, have you met with the chamber yet? We can't really talk to you until you've met with the chamber yet. It was kind of a no-brainer, and no one really wanted to talk to us until we were part of this community. And it was funny that once we did, it was like, why didn't we start with this first?
Right.
We were going about it the whole wrong direction, and all of a sudden, everything started to click, right? We made the connections we needed to make. We got introduced to the people we needed to be introduced to. And looking back on it now, we wouldn't be where we are today had we not done it.
So you feel like the Plymouth area has definitely embraced you, right?
110%. I think the support especially from the local business community has been fantastic. And we really couldn't have asked for a more supportive Chamber of Commerce in our endeavor. It's kind of crazy to start an in-person entertainment business during COVID, right? It's an ambitious thing to do, and we would not be at where we are today without their help.
So my thought process was the most important thing to do is probably connect with the people that do the most for the community, and that would be the Plymouth area, in my opinion, would be the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce. I think that I had in my previous role in education, I've had a chance to work with Amy and Bob. So I reached out to Amy right away, and I just said, this is what I'm doing. This is the support I have from the district. We want our goal, our mission. How can you help? It's just like, come on in. We'll talk about it. So we met, and immediately she put us in front of business owners. She provided us with an opportunity to lay our platform out for other businesses to see. And then we started the Chamber Corner. So both magazines have the Chamber Corner, which is sponsored by One Stop Painting and Jeff Cohen. And they just deliver important information that Amy and Bob and Meg want to get out to the community. So we have that section each month, and it just continues to grow.
We've been in Sandwich for 25 years, so we're trying to expand a little. That's why we moved to Plymouth, be near our children, and we're hoping that we'll meet a lot of people. And the chamber's been wonderful. This chamber is great. Everybody's been so supportive and so welcoming. So our job is to make dream homes come true for people. When you're in the process of buying a house, it's very stressful. So my job mostly on the phone is to help people with their anxiety because it's a very stressful time. And we made a lot of friends. It's kind of personal for me sometimes. We get to know people and they'll even ask, well, are you coming? So sometimes I go with them on the inspections. But it's a wonderful business. We meet a lot of wonderful people.
What brought you to the Chamber?
I've always been a big supporter of the Chamber. I just moved up here 4 years ago.
From where?
From Northern Virginia. And I was a Chamber board member for a number of years. And the Chamber built my business. When I started my business as a financial advisor, I went to Chamber events. It got me out of my office. And I built my entire business on it. And so I totally believe in the Chamber concept. Connecting with people and all the things that the Chamber does. And this Chamber, I have to give them a lot of credit. Through a tricky COVID, I've been kind of watching from afar, and they've been making a lot of great moves and coming up with some really interesting concepts to kind of keep things rolling at a time when we really couldn't get together like we are today.
Why come to the Chamber? Why did you join the Chamber?
Yeah, I think, and this is the first business that I've been involved in, or we've because of the local presence where it is so important. So number one, when we did our grand opening about 8 months ago, because we had a bit of a soft open, Chamber was there, we had a ribbon cutting, we had all the kind of the hoopla that goes along with it. But I think at this point it's more than that. It's events like this, getting a chance to be in the community, meet people. I mean, even like places like Fit Factory that are one of the sponsors tonight. I've been a member of Fit Factory. I just get a chance to talk to those guys, and almost a comparative thing. We're both in the fitness industry, so how are things going for them? I mean, what are you guys seeing? You guys back to full capacity yet? Things like that. Meg, who we work with for the Chamber, has been great. I've gone to a couple of the luncheons that they have. I know there's one coming up next week over at Surfside Smokehouse. Probably be at that. It's just being out there and being in the community I think is the big thing.
So what brought you folks to the Chamber?
We actually had a lot of connections that are already in the Chamber, and they sought us out to, again, make an impact in the community and make everybody a little more green and save local businesses a little more money. So we have some great connections, like I said. Everyone's really nice. Shout out Amy from the Chamber. I hope her foot gets better soon. But things are going well with us in the Chamber, and everyone's really nice here, and they've welcomed us with open arms, and I really appreciate that.
So what brought you to the Chamber?
Well, I am a Chamber ambassador, and I also do photography for them as well. So being a part of the Chamber, just business-wise too, is huge for everyone in the Plymouth community. So I would highly recommend, if you're a small business or just a business owner in Plymouth County, please join the Chamber. You would have no regrets. The things it does for your business is amazing. So definitely check it out and join us today.
What brought you folks to the Chamber?
Over the past 6 years, we have been working to perfect our experience in the club. And now our focus is how do we branch out to the community and really serve our community? So events just like this are so important to us because we get to speak with our prospective members one-on-one.
So you're a huge part of the community. You're constantly out there hustling and bustling.
Yeah.
So why is that important to you? Why is it important to be a member of this community?
So Chamber-wise, so I've been involved in the Chambers since I can remember. My dad was always involved, and everybody would ask me, why, what do you do to get involved? And I say, well, the first thing you do is you go to that coffee shop that's in your town, and you follow the kids in after they come out of softball, baseball, soccer, and you look at the back of the shirt. And you see the businesses on the back of the shirt. So you go ask them, how do you get involved with that? And then you start that way. And then you go to your local chamber, you get involved with the local chamber, because this right here, like this event right here, is a perfect example if you're a new business, because you don't know, to come in and meet other people, other peers, even if it's not something that you do, to engage, ask, and how to get involved. And that's why.
So what kind of events do you do with your henna?
I do a lot of weddings and festivals. I also do corporate events. Like I do company Christmas parties and customer appreciation events, employee appreciation events, sometimes in-store promotions for people, all sorts of things.
Oh, that's great. How long have you been doing henna?
22 years.
Wow, that's a long time. That must be a fun job.
It's really fun.
What's the best part about your job?
Oh, every time I show up to work, everyone is having a good time. It's always at celebrations.
There must be a lot of nostalgia. A lot of people are revisiting their childhood.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, we wanted to bring the drive-in into the 21st century, and there's a lot of things about the drive-in that are awesome, and a lot of things that kind of hadn't changed since the 1950s. Right. And so we've pulled a new modern kick on the food. We have a beer and wine garden, and tried to kind of bring in some of those modern flares to that nostalgic experience that everybody remembers from their childhood.
That must have been really difficult opening a publication during a pandemic. What was that experience like?
You know, it was, thankfully, we had an amazing remote presentation that could really deliver our mission and our goals to the business owners who wanted to meet remotely. But it was because of the connections in the community. Honestly, people wanted to step up right away. So the people that I met with that were able to sponsor part of the magazine and get us rolling, they were amazing. I mean, I can't thank them enough. And the testimonials that we get from the people that read our publication, it just goes to show you the gratitude that I have to just continue to try to serve the public in a positive way.
You've been in business for 25 years, so how has the housing changed? How have things changed over time?
In the 2008 was a little slow. We started in 97. And we've been going pretty steady all the time. At first, I started off with a part-time thing, retired from Woods Hole Oceanographic, and decided to do it full-time. I was a FEMA inspector at one time, and decided I like this. And at that point, we got the license and schooling and all that.
So, did it slow down at all during the pandemic? Did you guys see a difference?
We closed. Few every week we've had, but not like it used to be. We didn't close fully. We still were busy with masks, gloves.
The Boston Bruins alumni are coming to the Bog in Kingston on November 21st, Sunday morning, to play a select group of players that are going out and fundraise for our program in a competitive game, and a really competitive game. Wow. And the highlight for us is to put our special players out on the ice at halftime and have them do an intra-squad scrimmage against each other so our fans can see all the work that we've been doing, that we have players that can play hockey.
Is this an annual event?
It's actually a biannual
event, yes.
Yes. We had one in February, and we're going to have another one in April. It's been a little challenging with COVID, but the Bruins alum have been incredibly flexible and very charitable, and they've made it work, and we're so excited to host them, our third one in our 2-year history with the Bruins.
That's incredible. Can you tell us a little bit about your mission, your organization's mission?
Sure. Our mission is, our tagline is "No Hockey Player Left Behind." And that's what it is. We are a program for players that can't play on any other team. They have cognitive, intellectual, or developmental disabilities. So we have a program that looks just like our youth program, has all the accoutrements. So our players practice weekly. They have uniforms. They go on trips to play in tournaments. We had a bowling get together in the summer. So I'm trying to create a program so that like their siblings have youth hockey. They have all these things that they do and they travel. Well, our players don't lack for anything when they look at what our program has.
Can you talk a little bit about the benefits of yoga?
Sure, yeah. So, and we get a lot of this. We have a corporate backing, so a lot of this I might be repeating from them, but I strongly believe in it. Is generally there's only a couple of reasons why someone might come to yoga: to look better, to feel better, and maybe for medical reasons. And at the end of the day, those are probably the three of some reason why somebody would go. And it generally isn't about stretching or flexibility. And what I like to say is when people come to class, do they feel better when they leave than when they walked in? And a lot of times you can say that about different exercises. I do cycling, I lift weights, I do yoga. And generally for all those things, I feel better afterwards. I feel better. And it's something that's healthy for me. It's community, it's boutique fitness. So we do a lot of fun things. In fact, tonight while I'm here, we're having Wind Down Wednesday at our thing. And we do that once a month. We do evening classes, and part of that, and this is where we like to try to bring the chamber in when we can, because we'll try to use a local wine connection. So there's a couple of wine reps locally that sell wine that we've had come in, and one of our members, in fact, is a wine rep. So it's kind of a better opportunity to let these other businesses bring in, where we're just more or less the vehicle for it with our studio.
It must have been tricky during the pandemic because you have probably had a lot of issues happening with.
Oh, of course, and we are a subcontractor for Eversource, so one of the objections that we've had to overcome is, they look to us because there was a lot of power outages around Plymouth. But basically, I say we're not really a part of that. We manage the Small Business Energy Efficiency Fund.
Okay.
So it's basically a give back program where we take from a pool of money that is created by small businesses in the area, give it back to the community in a form of energy efficiency. So whether that's upgraded LED lighting or whether that's new any gas measures, stuff like that.
So why is energy efficiency important?
I think it's really important just for the green factor. We're trying to make a really big impact on the environment and our energy usage as a whole. In Plymouth in particular, because the Chamber's efforts in getting green is very important to us, and we want to make sure that we're doing our best towards that, getting motivated towards completing their goal for energy efficiency and, surrounding everybody with green stuff. We want to make everyone green. That's important.
So can I ask you, you did a really cool project. You talked to PACTV last year about your doorstep project. Can you talk to us a little bit about that during the pandemic?
Yes, so my front porch photos was getting families out of the house during COVID to have family photos done. And it was a huge success. I have a lot of families that wanted photos done. And we actually made the news, which was pretty awesome.
You fully embraced the community. You're kind of like the face of Plymouth lately. So what has that been like? How do you feel about the Plymouth area community?
So I'm actually from New Jersey, and I've been here for 7 years. And being new here, it's well, actually not being new anymore. Being in the community and just meeting everyone and being a part of the business community as well. It's very heartwarming, and we're all just one big family. And giving back to the community is something I love more, every time I do something. And it's also it's a feel-good moment, and I want to have people do the same.
How important was fitness during the pandemic, you think?
Oh my goodness. I think people just really needed that outlet to be able to get out of their houses and really just get that exposure to get all that stress out. I think everyone handles stress a little bit differently, but I think being able to have that focus on fitness and just work out and feel good was a really important thing for during the pandemic.
How did Tiny & Sons do? How did you guys fare over the pandemic?
Well, the pandemic, we were closed for a month, like everybody else was. So, what the best thing about that I found the best experience from it, it was really trying. I honestly thought we were going out of business. I was scared.
Really?
But, oh yeah, because everything just shut down. All our networking, everything that we're doing, it just stopped.
Right.
And it made me focus on what the business was about, and I reevaluated and retrained and re-entrenched, and now I changed my whole business model to work around that COVID atmosphere, and it's been a positive. So it's helped my business, helped my customer service. Now I'm more in tune with what they need, because their needs were doubled. So when COVID started, because they had to worry about the kids, they had to worry about where they were going, how they had to interact, how to interact safely. So it just changed the whole gamut of how I did business.
This has been a wonderful evening at the Networking Summit. We want to thank the Chamber for allowing us to take part in this amazing event. Make sure you check out Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming pop-up PACTV events, and make sure to check out our YouTube for more on what's good and what's good to know. From all of us at PACTV's The Local Scene, we thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, team. As you saw, our small business owners love the Chamber. And what's not to love? For 70 years, the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce has immersed itself in the community, creating programs and initiatives that benefit and support the businesses in our region. Julie Thompson invited Executive Director Amy Naples via Zoom to discuss what is new and next for the Chamber in 2022.
I'm so pleased to have today Amy Naples, the Executive Director of the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, Amy.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
Long
so great
time
to see
no
you.
see in person.
I know. It's been too long.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too. Let's talk about, since the Chamber is all about businesses, big and small, what were your big takeaways for 2021, and how did your businesses fare during this year?
So despite obviously the hurdles, challenges, our businesses fared very well. They are so resilient. They are strong. They collaborate, they work together, and we have just an amazing business community here on the South Shore that supports one another, but certainly our residents do as well. And it wouldn't be without the support of the community and all the organizations and partnerships that the businesses wouldn't have fared as well as they did. Don't get me wrong, they've had some challenges. They're, overcoming some major hurdles and setbacks, but they're strong. They are super inspiring and positive, and they are looking for a great 2022 ahead.
What are some of the typical things that the businesses contact the chamber for support with or help with?
Well, that varies, certainly. I like to think that we are very open Chamber of Commerce. I have an open door policy. People can stop by and see me anytime. They can reach out to me at any time, and I'm willing to help them with anything, whether it's, of course, connecting with fellow business owners, networking, health insurance questions, referrals, but also grant opportunities. We certainly helped over the past year one-on-one with many businesses with those grant applications, the PPP loans, and just communicating the different opportunities out there for the businesses. But there's nothing that we're not afraid to do. And we have a small but very mighty team that is very passionate about our business community and willing to lend a hand however we can. So something we've learned as a team is we have to go with the flow. Things are constantly changing. I think everybody has learned that over the course of the pandemic, but looking ahead, it's challenging, it's nerve-wracking. You don't know if you're making the right decision or not.
What about 2022? What are some of your big initiatives, programs, things that you want to accomplish and things that you know you're going to get done?
So 2022, I love a fresh start. We're excited for the new year. As a team, we always kind of come together, put together some priorities, some objectives that we want to accomplish. First and foremost, we know that workforce is a challenge. That is certainly a priority for the chamber and how we'll be addressing that. Again, things are constantly changing. We're trying to keep up with that. So we're not entirely sure how we are addressing that. It is step by step. It is a really big nut to crack as well, but that's certainly something in our forefront. As well as, of course, keeping people engaged and connected. Our members want to be networking. They want to be meeting other new colleagues and continuing events, regardless in person or virtual, how that may be, continuing those. Our support local initiatives as well is always a top priority, especially because of the climate and keeping our local businesses afloat and supporting them. We have cash mobs each month where we all gather and mob a business to spend money at their location. It obviously boosts sales, rings the register, and then, of course, gain some awareness as well for that business. So, and then of course our gift guides and restaurant guides for the different holidays. That's a primary focus for us. We really also want to be the go-to for important business related and relevant information for people to feel that they can come to us, a trusted source to find that information. That's of course so important, especially during these times as we're in recovery efforts and the pandemic is still unfortunately continuing. At many times I was saying post COVID, but we're still very much there. Another, of course, important initiative is our Plymouth One Fund and supporting that. We do have a great fundraiser planned for March, Dancing with Our Stars. So local business owners will be competing for the title. And we think that's going to be a really fun fundraiser for that.
Those are always fun to watch.
Yes, so fun. So that will be an in-person, of course, dance-off competition, working with Fred Astaire Dance Studio of Plymouth here. And the dancers will be trained, and they will be performing a choreographed dance, which we're very excited about. And we're hopeful that will be a great fundraiser for the Plymouth One Fund, because we know we are receiving applications. Businesses still very much do need the financial support, and that needs to continue. But of course, we want to continue all of our signature events as well. Our Bark in the Park Waterfront Festival, you know, all of those community events that are so important to us, Hometown Stroll, as well as our signature chamber events like our legislative breakfast, our business expo, our empowering women's panel. So we are moving forward with all of our events. Last year, we were able to squeak those all in at the later part of the year, all between about the end of August and December. But we were happy to report that we only missed one event.
Yeah, you were
one
really
event
busy. Yeah, that was pretty amazing for 2021, considering all the ups and downs, ins and outs, opens and closes, that you did everything but one event that you've always done. That was just incredible. Let me just circle back to, you said workforce is a big issue. I know I go by restaurants sometimes, they're closed because they have no one to work. We have never seen this, ever. We've never seen this in our history. What can you do? Do you work with legislators? How do you help and support businesses for this?
Absolutely. So we do work with our partners, Mass Hire, other state agencies, our local legislators. We need to advocate for those pro-business initiatives, certainly stay informed of all those opportunities, you know, monitor the issues, try to connect people, especially with the organizations like Mass Hire, make them informed, make the businesses informed of those great opportunities to connect with people who are looking for employment. And of course, even just connecting employer to employer. So there's so much that we will be doing. And I know, again, working with our local legislators and advocating on our local businesses is most important, and make sure that funds are available to help support our local businesses with those workforce challenges.
And I know they feel very comfortable knowing that you and your team are behind them. That's very obvious from the commentary that you receive. And your team receives. So Amy, 2022, let's have this be better than 2020 or 2021. Here's to a healthy, happy, prosperous, successful year for all of our businesses, big and small, and all of our residents and all of our organizations. So thank you for joining me, and I'm sure we'll be talking again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie and Amy. There's always a ton going on with the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce. To stay in the loop, bookmark their website and follow the local scene on social media to stay in the loop of what's good and good to know in our area. Thank you for watching. From all of us at PACTV, have a happy and safe week. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching. We are grateful for your attention. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe to the local scene here and share everywhere. Thank you, friends.